day shift. I know gotta split, no, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got touchdown.
Buddy, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner.
Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And a few short moments ago, running back time, Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2.
We play to win. Let's go.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The Miami Dolphins starting lineup now, and Kenyon Drake, a guy to watch.
He has the ability to affect the game in so many different ways. In the return game, bringing it back himself. Also can be a gunner on the punt coverage team and did that very well at Alabama. But has the ability to run the ball out of the backfield as well as catch it. Kenyon Drake, you can use in so many different ways.
Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. The headshots here of the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Super one. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Do it.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. Gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Super 66. Maverick.
Back to throw. Gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
28.
On 3rd and short to get to the tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Watch the curl. Whirling.
Running for it, Montgomery. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Meanwhile, down in Glendale. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan, an early touchdown pass in that one.
Let's go.
After reviewing the play.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 41, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 50, it's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Go. Mike spot 9.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, Goff dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Begin.
Throwing again is Goff. He'll buy some time right. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Again, Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Delay of game, offense.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Mike 20, Mike. Hey, 5. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 20, Mike.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Goff. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Watch twist. 4 down. Check 4.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping.
Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll set up to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. This goes out right to Doyle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys have now moved out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Super 1. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, Mike 7. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Out of the gun, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike, check. Go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw is Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin out in the desert. Atlanta taking on Arizona. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Next, we'll head up to the Bay Area. Check on the Raiders at home in Oakland. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. A touchdown the difference. 21-14, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff escaping the pressure right. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be another day, offense. It's going to be another day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Move.
From just shy of midfield, Goff, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, don't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Goff sliding out of the pocket. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
76, 76.
Check 37, check 37. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run here with Henderson. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Mental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're
True.
exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Bryant has it. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got Jack Doyle, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Goff now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Show it up.
Hey, let's go.
Watch the 20.
Go ground.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Still on his feet. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hold on. Check.
From the 41, Goff. That's caught by Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff's throw here finds Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again they run with Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's gone. On the move to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Lynch in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. So he came that close to tying it, but this one sails wide by a whisker.
And Brandon, pro football is a game of inches in more ways than one. That one looked good the whole way. But it's agony on one sideline, celebration on the other.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it?
Yeah. Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son,